But one of the books I read this summer was by Frances Cha. It was If I Had Your Face, and it was about
Oh.
women in the beauty culture in South Korea,
Mm-hmm.
where I learned women are going to surgeons. They are getting folds stitched into their eyelids. So they have that like double fold and they have Western looking eyelids.
Mm-hmm.
They are getting their jaws broken to like achieve that like the facial shape that's all over Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Like these painful and expensive surgeries, or in India where women bleach their skin, which is excruciating, but they do
Mm-hmm.
it because they have, they believe that lighter skin is more beautiful skin. It's a worldwide thing, and it's always interesting for me. Like I did not know what was going on in South Korea until I read this book, and it was fascinating stuff, but depressing too.
But depressing
But
too.
depressing.
And we also see it here. I mean, with how many young girls are legitimately going in saying, "I want to look exactly like a Kardashian."
Yes.
Um, and
Yeah.
when you do dive into the influencer rabbit hole, like I have, there are so many young women that I can't tell them apart from one of. I'm not. I can't. I'm bad at telling the Kardashians apart now too because I think that they all look the same.
Well,
Uh,
they all sort of look like they were made in the same lab,
the same lab,
and
yeah.
and a lot of that is, you know, it's filters, it's editing, it's
Mm-hmm.
stuff that like happens in post production, as I tell my daughters. But I mean, one of the things that's interesting to me is that both of my daughters have taken like media literacy classes in their schools. So it's like, reading, writing, arithmetic, and is that a trusted source? And so,
Wow.
which is great, but it's like I want them to think about like, what am I seeing and how has it been manipulated? Like, what are the
Mm-hmm.
choices that went into this picture? What is the intention? Like, why this picture? What pictures aren't I seeing? How is this cropped? How is it framed? How is it described? How is it filtered? Like all of those things. I think that girls, girls especially need to be aware of, you know, I mean, it used to be called Photoshop back in the day, and now
Right. And now it's just an app, right? Now,
right, you just like
yeah.
press a button, and suddenly you're like 10 times better looking, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I think that it's interesting to remember that like every image that we see on the internet is a result of someone's choice. So,
Mm-hmm.
tell the children.